The head of the Commonwealth Games in Australia has said he feels let down by the Victorian government as it seeks to terminate its agreement to host the 2026 event. Premier Daniel Andrews claims it'll cost as much as $7 billion to run the event. Now, that figure is being described as grossly exaggerated.
18 months after proudly pitching a $2.6 billion regional Commonwealth Games, Victoria is pressing the cancel button.
Look, I've made a lot of difficult calls, a lot of very difficult decisions in this job. This is not one of them. Frankly, $6 to $7 billion for a 12-day sporting event, we are not doing that.
But with only hours' notice, the head of the Games movement in Australia claimed the figures don't stack up.
The stated cost overruns, in our opinion, are a gross exaggeration and not reflective of the operational costs presented to the Victorian 2026 Organising Committee Board as recently as June.
Going as far to say Victoria's reputation as a major events capital has been tarnished.
I would be very careful if I was an international sporting body coming and doing business in this state.
The Premier says the new cost estimate was prepared by the Treasury and government departments with the help of some unnamed external consultants. But the state of Victoria will now have to enter into negotiations with the Commonwealth Games Federation in London over a price to terminate the agreement to host the event, and that could cost Victoria billions.
Speculating about it just means that I'm potentially undermining the negotiating position of our team.
Certainly there would be remedies in there around cancellation of games.
Do you believe the state of Victoria should be transparent when it comes to those costs?
I believe so. I believe that, that we're spending taxpayer money here.
Though up to $2 billion in taxpayer money will still be spent upgrading and building sporting facilities in regional Victoria, just not to competition standard.
Perhaps most importantly, there will be a $1 billion boost for social and affordable housing right across regional Victoria, not just in those hub cities, but there will be at least 1,300 new homes constructed across regional Victoria.
But the cost of that is a major reputational hit to the so-called sporting capital.
What can you do? You know, it's unfortunate, but very disappointed.
I read that it was going to be really expensive, so that makes sense, but it's a bit sad for sport in Victoria, I guess.
Absolutely shocked. Not sure it's a great decision.
Even though it's going to blow out to cost $7 billion?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a great event for the state.
It'd be disappointing for the people that could have got in.
And the cost to the Commonwealth is not only to its state of Victoria, but to the future of its games.
Daniel Andrews and Jacinta Allen have done untold damage to our reputation as a state.
Simon Love, Sky News, Melbourne.